This title of the video obviously is the name game, and I'm going to go through two ways in which Muslims use what I call the name game, and it's not even remotely valid. What prompted this, by the way, is a Muslim, once again, playing the name game with me over on my channel. Not only that, but he's threatening me up here. You may have to enlarge your screen in order to read this. But because I'm a conservative gun owner, he's basically saying I think I'm a tough guy of some sort. And that, by the way, I contradict the Bible because I'm supposed to turn the other cheek, so I can't own guns, blah, 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 which, of course, is nonsense. But anyway, yeah, so he's threatening me, and he says he lives in New York. If I live in New York, he wants to meet me, and we'll see who's victor, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's pretty funny. So I would be more than happy to meet him, but not with guns or anything. I'd rather have a conversation about growing up and using your intellect, for example. But he says, before the threat, and he says, and actually I can prove that Allah is God without using the Quran. You dummy, Allah is Arabic. That means that God appears in the Arabic Bible as Allah translates smart guy. So therefore the idea here is that because in the Quran the word there for God is Allah, and that's what we call the Muslim conception of God, Allah, therefore he must be God because the English translation is God, and therefore, you know, it all fits, right? Wrong. Also, by the way, he says that I'm racist because I reject Islam, so I must be racist against Arabs. If that's how you're going to categorize everybody who rejects Islam, there's a lot of people who are racist out there. So yeah, I've given no reason to even think that I'm racist against Arabs. In fact, I've even said in videos before that most of the Muslims on YouTube are actually very, very nice. And genuinely caring. So anyway, so yeah, I reject Islam because, well, there's several reasons, but my main reason is that the Islamic conception of God is a God who is morally inadequate. And it's really simple. It has nothing to do with the persons who do not reject Islam. But anyway, I am a gun owner, and here's my shotgun, and it's a Mossberg 500, folding stock, short barrel. And yeah, you can figure it all out. I call that my riot shotgun. And then I have my SKS. And I call this my Al-Qaeda picture. No offense intended. And this is my Chinese paratrooper SKS. Another folding stock. And you got yourself a bayonet. And this is my Chinese ammo vest. And I got all of this plus 200 rounds of ammo for like $240 or something like that a couple years ago. And I shot all that ammo since, and I've shot another 1,000 rounds I bought. Now I got another pack of about 500 rounds. But anyway, yeah, that's I don't shoot living things, by the way. I shoot electronic devices. And here's my old computer. It failed on me, so I shot it. And that's my DVD player that recently failed on me. So, and no, I don't dislike Bush and Cheney because I'm shooting at it. I put that on there because I do like them, and that was my old computer. So. There you have that. Alright, the name game. So the name game comes in two different flavors. There may be even a third and a fourth flavor or whatever, but I'm only going to present two in this video. The name game flavor number one. This one's very easy. 1. God exists. 2. Allah means God in Arabic. 3. Islamic conception of God is named Allah. 4. Therefore, the Allah of the Quran is the true living God because the translation fits. Now, I don't reject premise 1, God exists, I agree. Premise 2, Allah means God in Arabic, completely agree, that's true. Islamic conception of God is named Allah, that's absolutely true. 4 is where things fall apart. There's nothing that says just because the name Allah translates to God in English means that therefore the Quran has the one true living God, or presents it. That's just stupid. That's just ridiculous to even go that route. And yet, I don't even know how many times I've run into that, where they write me and say, Allah means God, therefore Allah must be God. No. False. Me doing this. 1, God exists. 2, theos means God in Greek. Number 3, the New Testament conception of God is named theos. 4, therefore the theos of the New Testament is the one true living God. No, it fails completely and utterly. Name game flavor number 2. This one's even less tasty. Premise 1, Islam by definition means to submit. Premise 2, Abraham, Moses, and even Jesus submitted to God. Conclusion number 3, therefore Abraham, Moses, and even Jesus were Islamic Muslims. So all of the persons of the New and Old Testament are all Muslims because they all submitted to God, because Islam by definition means to submit to God. Yeah, they actually say this. This is no joke. I don't know how many times I'll run into this crap. This is why I call it the name game. I have news for you guys. I started a religion, and it's a Hebrew religion. And don't worry though, we can translate our writings for you. The name of the religion is Palal, and we're Palalites. And Palal by definition means to pray. And we accept Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and even Muhammad, because the reason why we accept Muhammad is well, we think he is a true prophet of God in our silly religion, but we don't want to be racist, so we accept Muhammad. But anyway, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, and Muhammad all prayed, so therefore they were all Palalites. So just so you know, they were Palalites. So they believed what we believe, and so therefore you should. So we're accepting conversions at any time. We don't baptize. We just kind of smack people around in the face. But you know, it's our way of showing love. But anyway, there you have that. So it should be extremely obvious by now how the name game flavor number 2 does not work. But let's go into it a little bit further. Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, or you can just say the Jewish conception of God is a God who is a covenant-making God. Muhammad and the Muslims in the Quran teaches a God who is not a covenant-making God. Therefore, two different gods. Not only that, but the Jewish conception of God is that of an all-loving God, whereas in the Quran and Muhammad and the Muslims teach that God is not an all-loving God. God's love is very conditional. In fact, it says throughout the Quran, Allah actually says, I do not love, and then places criteria after that, such as I do not love unbelievers, I do not love people who are proud, and so on and so forth. So there you have that. So obviously, two different gods, two different religions, two different conceptions of God. Whether or not anybody submits or prays, or what a name's translation is, means absolutely nothing.